Ever get the feeling that, life is just one big wave after another, trying to stay afloat amidst all the chaos?
I think we all feel that way sometimes.
Well, today we are going on a deep dive, looking for some ancient wisdom for modern times with Marcus Aurelius.
Oh, fantastic.
He was a Roman emperor.
Yes.
But also, this guy was a philosopher, kind of a side hustle, I guess, when you're running an empire.
Right. Talk about a busy schedule.
But he left behind these incredible writings, the meditations, and it's full of insights into Stoic philosophy and how to navigate the ups and downs of, everything.
And it's amazing how relevant it still is. We're talking about stress, relationships, finding your purpose.
Exactly.
All those big questions that we're still grappling with today.
And for this deep dive, we're going deep into book 4, which I think is where he gets into some really, really meaty stuff.
Absolutely. It's where you start to see the core principles of Stoicism really come together.
So let's dive right in. No more puns, I promise. Passage 40, this idea of the unwavering promontory. He describes this rocky point that just stands strong no matter how hard the waves are crashing against it. And it really struck me as this powerful metaphor for, how we can approach life's challenges.
It's such a vivid image, isn't it? And I think it really gets at that Stoic ideal, find that inner tranquility, even when everything around you feels chaotic.
So how do we do that, though? Because we can't all just, go be rocks on a coastline, right?
Well, right, exactly. And Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions or becoming some kind of unfeeling robot. It's more about recognizing that we have a choice in how we respond to those external things, those waves that are always going to come.
So it's not about controlling the waves, it's about controlling our reaction to them.
Exactly. And I think a good way to think about it is, imagine you're running late for work and you spill your coffee all over yourself.
Oh, the worst.
Right. In that moment, you have a choice. You can either get super frustrated, stressed out, which, let's be honest, isn't going to unspill the coffee.
Right, exactly.
Or you can take a breath, maybe even laugh at the situation, because why not? And focus on what you can control, which is how you move forward from that point.
Love that. So it's about finding that inner peace, that center, even when everything's going a little haywire.
Exactly.
And this idea of controlling our reactions really ties into what he talks about in passage 41, about the true nature of misfortune. And Aurelius asks us to really examine, is it the event itself that is truly bad, or is it our reaction to it?
Right, and that is such a key principle in Stoicism. It's this idea that true misfortune, the real tragedy, is something that harms our character, that prevents us from acting virtuously, from essentially doing the right thing.
It's like that saying, it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it.
Exactly. And external events, no matter how inconvenient or frustrating they might be, they don't have the power to do that to us unless we let them.
It reminds me, if I send an email and I accidentally hit reply all.
Oh, no. We've all been there.
Right. Not a great situation, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Exactly.
But if because of that, I then lash out at a coworker or I let it ruin my whole day, that's when I've crossed over into true misfortune territory, because I've let it impact my actions and my, my own personal virtue in a way.
I think that's a really great way of putting it. It's about recognizing those moments where we're letting external things have power over our inner state and really focusing on what we can control, which is ourselves, our choices, how we respond.
So control the controllables.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, so now he throws in another big one in passage 42. And this one really kind of blew my mind, this idea of time's indifference.
Yes.
And it's he takes us on this mind-bending journey through time, reminding us that in the grand cosmic scheme of things, our lives are just this tiny little blip.
It's humbling, isn't it?
It is. And he even name drops all these figures from history, like Cadicianus, who I'd never even heard of. I'm like, how looking this guy up? Who is this guy?
Right. And that's exactly his point. These were people who, in their time, were probably very important, influential, maybe even famous, and now
gone and forgotten.
Exactly. Yeah. And it really just highlights how fleeting everything is, which I know can be kind of a scary thought for some people, but I think it can also be really liberating.
It's what are we spending our precious time on?
Right, exactly. Are we letting those little daily frustrations, those minor misfortunes, like you were saying, are we letting those define our experience? Or are we choosing to focus on what truly matters, on living virtuously, on making the most of this very short, very precious life that we have?
I love that. Okay, so we're taking all of this in inner strength, reframing challenges, remembering that bigger picture. It's a lot. But how do we actually, put it into practice in our daily lives?
Right.
Thankfully, he gives us a bit of a roadmap in passage 43, what he calls the compendous path, which I kind of love.
Even though it's not really a path, is it?
It's more like a guiding principle.
Right. It's this idea of living according to nature. And what he means by that is, living authentically, doing the right thing, acting with intention, and striving to kind of be in harmony with this, with the rational order of the universe.
Right. Like we are part of something bigger than ourselves.
Exactly.
And for me, that really resonates with, being present in my own life, being present in each moment, like putting my phone down more often.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really connecting with my loved ones, making choices that, that really align with my values. Like it's a work in progress, always.
And it's a practice, isn't it? It's not like you just wake up one morning and you've suddenly achieved perfect Stoic enlightenment.
Right. Now I wish.
It's something you have to work at every single day.
It's a process. And, even if we can just take one small piece of advice from Marcus Aurelius and apply it to our own lives, whether it's practicing that, promontory mindset when we're stuck in traffic.
Right. Or remembering time's indifference when we're feeling stressed or overwhelmed.
Or even just trying to bring a little bit more intention and awareness to our actions every day. These are little tools, I think, that can help all of us navigate the chaos a bit better.
And find a little more of that inner peace that we're all searching for.
Marcus Aurelius, he ruled with grace. The Stoic wisdom all up in his face. Kept his cool through the Roman storm. With a calm that was fire, man was born to reform. He said, mind your kingdom, so take the throne. Inner peace, that's what seeds our song. When life's heavy, don't be rattled. Keep your groove steady, never be battled. Marcus, stoic and pride. He knew the rhythm, kept it locked in time. Yeah, Marcus, philosophize in the funk of life. He's rising to sky. In the heart of Rome, he kept his flow. Through wars and trials, he'd never fold. No way, with thoughts like gold and so deep. A funky emperor in wisdom he's steep. Life's a dance, he often say. Step by step, don't give it away. When chaos comes, take it in stride. Morals gliding on that funky ride. From the palace to the streets, his wisdom spread. Stoic vibes in every word he said. Ooh yeah, keep your inner peace, don't let it stray. Marcus ruled the ancient Roman way.
Surrender. Some of us don't give up and give in. It's our dream. Nobody's gonna see it like you do it. It's your dream. Nobody's gonna feel it like you feel it. It's your dream. Nobody's gonna be as dedicated to it as you are. It's your dream, and they don't have to understand, and they don't have to like it, and they don't have to do it. It doesn't make a difference. It's your dream, and you, my friend, have been given the task to make it happen, and you can't let anything stop you from doing what you were called to do. What we do with the pressure is we say, I gotta take it, and I gotta take it to another level. Once you start questioning yourself, you already lost. All of us will be successful in life if we don't quit. I gotta believe in me before anybody else believes in me. I get up at 3 because it's silent. It's easier to be focused when the environment is focused. Most of you wake up and you try to make money. Listen to me. If you would make you, money would come to you. Okay, you missed that whole thing I just said. If you would make you a better person, you'd make more money. Now, watch what I do. The way people spend their money or treat their money is how I treat my time. All right, let me explain what I mean to you. I make sure that every single day in that 24-hour period that I'm getting a whole bunch of wins. So I'm supposed to be doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time. The problem with most of you, you waking up and you worshiping money. Man, I was in the back with Cole. Cole was like, E, I got this opportunity for you. I got this opportunity. I got this opportunity. When you become number one, you have to chase opportunities. So I became number one, not meaning I'm better than nobody else. It means I just mastered my craft to the point that I know what I do that don't nobody else do.
Don't explain. Your friends do not need it, and your enemies will not believe you. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. John Lennon. Never jump to conclusions. Be discerning and let people show you their true colors. If you expect others to make you happy, you will always be disappointed. You are responsible for your own happiness.
Time is the most valuable currency. Spend it wisely. Alex Hormozy.
I do because my daughter says she's going to Harvard. It ain't even about y'all. I'm about to come in here and blaze y'all. Why? Because I'm trying to get you all the NFL. I ain't about to miss this opportunity. This is the first NFL team I've ever done in my life, and I'm about to lick it. I'm about to give everything I got, and I will know if I don't get another gig, it won't have nothing to do with the fact that I didn't put everything on the field. What's your why? Why do you wake up in the morning? Why do you put on that jersey? Why do you go out and practice? Why? I gotta commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it. I gotta eat it. I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. So work hard and you can have whatever it is you want.
Among the things held to be just by law, whatever is proved to be of advantage in men's dealings has the stamp of justice, whether or not it be the same for all. But if a man makes a law and it does not prove to be mutually advantageous, then this is no longer just. And if what is mutually advantageous varies and only for a time corresponds to our concept of justice, nevertheless for that time it is just for those who do not trouble themselves about empty words, but look simply at the facts.
One secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. You may not realize this, but the people you love are your biggest weaknesses.
Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. Confucius.
The person who cares less has the most power in a relationship. If what you have seems insufficient to you, then though you possess the world, you will yet be miserable.
The more people you help, the more money you will make. Alex Hormozy.
I can become someone that no one thinks I can be. And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms because it makes me just like, what if?
Sometimes you just got to take things just for what they are. Just for what they are. Passion is free. Nobody can charge you for passion. Nobody can tell you what passion looks like because that's all about you. Effort is isolated. The reason why effort is isolated, because nobody can dictate. Effort is 100% in the mind. No coach, no player, nobody else can make you run through the ball. Nobody else can make you finish a tackle. Nobody else can do it. That's why it's the most isolated things in this earth right now. It's effort. When you finally figure it out, how to win real battles, it's found through fundamentals. That's what wins championships. That's what wins battles. Blocking, tackling, until they get tired. Because you don't know what tired feels like.
Let's face it, it's you against you out there. When you walk on that court, You have to think I am the best guy out there.
But here's the fact. All of you have extraordinary capabilities. All of you. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category.
Don't put on the show. Freaking win the game. Don't put on the show. You win the game. Don't put on the show. You win the game. Don't put on the show. You freaking win the game. You don't put on the show. You win. Don't let him get into your head. Don't let him take this on you. You go in there and you kick his ass, you hear me?
You stop being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame. Like a big shadow.
Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you?
What a small portion of vast and infinite eternity it is that is allowed unto every one of us, and how soon it vanisheth into the general age of the world, of the common substance and of the common soul also, what a small portion is allotted unto us, and in what a little clod of the whole earth, as it were, it is that thou doest crawl, after thou shalt rightly have considered these things with thyself. Fancy not anything else in the world any more to be of any weight and moment but this, to do that only which thine own nature doth require, and to conform thyself to that which the common nature doth afford.
Learn to value experience over possessions, because memories are the real treasures of life. Don't make one person the center of all your happiness. Don't make them the reason why you are happy, because once that person walks away from your life, you're left with nothing. If someone is slipping up, kindly correct them and point out what they missed. But if you can't, blame yourself or no one. Marcus Aurelius. You meet every single person for a reason. Just let it be. Be not afraid of moving slowly. Be only afraid of standing still.
Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Eckhart Tolle.
Time of opportunity, it's also a time of challenge. But whatever threatens you, I'm asking you to threaten it back. Take care of your responsibility, but don't take anything off of anybody. Somebody wants to destroy your chances for a good future by their negative talk, negative thinking, putting it all down. I'm telling you, walk away if you have to. Walk away. Whatever threatens you, threaten it back. Whatever threatens your opportunity, threaten it back. Now, some of our enemies are on the outside.